What is up, geeks? I have the DC Collectibles Aquaman from the New 52 comics here for you today, and this guy actually completes my my quest for the 7 characters, the original founding members of the Justice League. So I'm very excited to open this guy up and add him to my Justice League display. And here's the box, which has the really cool, unraveling DC logo thing here. It says Aquaman here, action figure. I really do like the packaging. Has a nice pose here with his Trident. And there's also the New 52 setup here, which looks really cool. It's Aquaman up there. Here's a close-up look at the packaging. Here, you can read it and pause it if you like. Here, these are already released, obviously, because this Aquaman figure came out in 2012. But you got Flash there, and you also have Parade Demon. Here is a nice close-up of the New 52 Justice League. Now, I don't have Cyborg in my Justice League setup because I still think he's a Teen Titan. I can't consider him part of the Justice League now. I still have Martian Manhunter in my setup, so I don't know if you can see this, but you can make out the shadow of the New 52 Justice League there in the packaging. I just thought I should point that out. Here he is, guys, the New 52 Aquaman. And wow, he just looks so awesome out of the package. I can't really justify how cool he looks. The shimmer off of his, his chainmail kind of suit, and the orange portion that looks kind of gold depending on where you're looking. It just looks so cool. And his gold belt, which is definitely gold at all times, it looks really nice in the light. Especially the, I don't know if this is very plasticky. I'm not sure if it's plastic or metal, but it looks really cool. This chain looks so awesome in the light. It just shines off, and it really gives you that Aquaman feel. It just looks so cool. I totally dig the Trident. I do kind of wish the Trident had the same color gold as his belt, or even the chain here. That would have been really nice if it could also shine. But it's shining enough. I do like his overall look and design. I really like that. The design by Jim Lee looks so cool. Here's a close-up at this beautiful figure. His, as I said, like the shine off of his chainmail looks so cool. His almost like scales of a fish. It looks really nice. It's all sculpted in, as you can see. And it feels really cool. It has that nice texturing. Very well done. This is definitely what you expect from a DC Director, DC Collectibles figure. Now, of course, the articulation isn't on par with DC Universe, but it just looks so cool that I had to get it. I think the overall look of it made me want it more than a DC Universe figure. And this is going to be my definitive Aquaman. And so, the Trident, it's a plastic. It's a hard plastic, so you can't really bend it too much. It was a little bit hard putting it in his hand, and as you can see that you can move it around. It's not a tight fit, but at the same time it was kind of hard to put it there, so if that makes sense. Here is the nice Aquaman logo here on his belt. Has the nice sculpting all around. For the most part, his upper body looks extraordinary, but his lower body, it's just basically shading. Not too much texturing here. Does have those cool like fins, if you can call it that, but it doesn't really look like there's a lot going on in his lower body. And I mean, it's just a reflection of the design, so I can't really blame DC Collectibles for that. But you can definitely tell that the whole party is going on over here. Like, everything's going on here. So Even his necklace, which I do like. I like how it's a separate sculpt that you can move it around. It looks a lot better like that. I do dig that. Do like his eyes. You can see the blue eyes over here. And his hair too. It looks like it's blowing in the wind. It has that really nice texturing to it as well. And you can even see over here that they painted on like a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow too, which is cool. You can see a very nice turtleneck here with the V in the front. If I can put this necklace down so you can appreciate the detail, the attention to detail, and the very nice gold effects that they put on there. The nice shiny gold paint. You can go left and right. It's on a standard ball joint. Can go up that much, but looks down a lot, like to the point where it looks very nice. It looks really cool with him looking down. Unfortunately, he can't go too far up, but he does compensate for his looking down articulation. Now, let's move the other arm. His arm can go up very high, actually more than a DC Universe figure, which is very surprising. So that's very good. Now he also has a bicep swivel, which was very good too. His single joint in the elbow has a decent range of motion, a lot better than some DC Universe figures as well. Now this is where it ends. There is no articulation in the waist. Now there is forward and back movement in the legs, but it's very tight. So when I said it ended, I meant more like the articulation isn't as great. But there is articulation. It is so tight to the point where I don't really want to move it. I can't really do dynamic poses with it anyway, so I'm not going to move the legs forward and back. But you can see that there's a slit here, so it's meant to swivel. But that's all it is. It doesn't go in and out like a DC Universe figure. Now there is a single joint in the knee, which is decent, but there really is no point to it because there is such limited articulation. You're going to just keep this guy with his legs straight anyway, especially because there is no ankle articulation. That's basically it. Everything is going on in the upper half of the body when it comes to details, when it comes to sculpting, when it comes to even articulation. So now here's the size comparison next to the rest of my Justice League. This is not my display, but I just wanted to show all of my figures and measure them and give you a size comparison. So Aquaman stands at about 7 inches tall alongside Batman, and Superman's a bit under that. Martian Manhunter seems to be the tallest of all the figures. He is also a DC Direct. He stands about 7.5 with his elongated head. Same as Hal Jordan, he's a bit taller. This is obviously DC Collectibles, and these two are the Green Lantern and the Martian Manhunter, but the Wonder Woman and Flash are 6-inch DC Universe figures. I thought they would match with height anyway, so they look like they're all in the same scale and they work well with each other, so that's why. And not only that, I chose the best figures for each character, basically, or at least the figures that I think would match well with the rest of the Justice League. So that's about it for my review. I do love this Aquaman figure. I would definitely recommend it to anyone. It looks amazing with the rest of the Justice League. So stay tuned for more reviews, more figures, and keep commenting, guys. I respond to all comments. And in the meantime, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself, guys.